Hello friends, my name is Sonai and you are watching News on Map India segment by Drishti IAS. In this episode, we will be discussing certain location which can be important for your prelims. So this location has been in news in the last few weeks. So we'll start with these locations and we will see each location, or you can say some facts around them via certain MCQs. Okay, so let's start with the practice question which was given to you in the previous lecture. Okay. So when we are talking about the question over here, consider the following pair. List 1 is given and then there is a list 2. So basically there are certain locations are given, and with respect to that there are states given. First is Pavagada Solar Park, then second is Charidand Wetland Conservation Reserve, then Changtang Wildlife Sanctuary. List 2 is your Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Sikkim. Okay. So when we are talking about these locations, this particular area, that is Pavagada Solar Park, it has been in news because government has decided to increase the capacity of this particular park. Right now it is world's 4th largest solar power park. What we are talking about, the increase in the capacity, and ultimately after the increase in the capacity, this will become the first largest installed capacity of the solar park. Okay, so that is about Pavagada, and this is in Karnataka. Okay, so this is incorrect over here. Then Charidand Wetland Conservation Reserve, so this is in Gujarat. You must have heard about this word, that is Bunny grasslands. These Bunny grasslands are, you can say, in India we have grasslands, that is Bunny grassland, that is in the Gujarat, and these are also considered as savannas. This is a savanna type of vegetation over here. Okay, so that is about your Charidand wetland. So this is in Gujarat, so this is also incorrect. Then Changtang Wildlife Sanctuary. So recently this wildlife sanctuary was in news because there was this glacial lake outburst flood. We have talked about this particular sanctuary earlier as well. Okay, and it is situated on the Changtang plateau, and this particular plateau is located in Ladakh, Union Territory of Ladakh. Okay, so this is about these pairs. So you can say that none of them is correctly matched over here. So option D would be your right answer. We'll see the location of these things. So here you can see, this is the solar park we are talking about. This is your Pavagada or Pavagada Solar Park in Karnataka. Okay, and when we are talking about the capacity, as I told you, we are trying to enhance the capacity so that it will become the world's largest installed capacity power plant. Okay, then there are certain facts which are given over here. Right now its capacity is 2000 megawatts. Okay, so I hope this is clear, and it is also known as Shakti Sthal. Please remember this word, that is Shakti Sthal. Okay, now moving further, here you can see this is your a picture of your Charidand wetland. This is in Gujarat. Then there are certain other protected areas which are present in Gujarat and which can be important for you. Most important, I would say that Gir National Park will be more important because it has been in news. Okay, and other than that, this Kutch Bustard Sanctuary can be important. You know that when we are talking about this wild ass sanctuary, these wild ass are found in Gujarat only. So these things can be important for you. Okay, so please remember this Kutch Bustard Sanctuary, Charidand, Gir National Park and Wild Ass Sanctuary. Okay, so these are in Gujarat. Now here you can see this is the lake which we have talked about, that is Changtang Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, so there is this lake which we will be talking about. There are 3 prominent lakes, that is So Murari, So Kar and Pangong So. Okay, so these are lakes which are located in the vicinity of this particular area. Right now when we are talking about this particular part over here, that is yellow part here, that is basically a Changtang Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located on the Changtang plateau, and here you can see there is this small water body over here. Here, this water body over here, and there are small water bodies somewhere over here, and this water body. This is basically your Pangong So Lake, and there are 2 more bodies, that is So Kar and So Murari. Okay, so these are the highest one among the highest altitude lakes, so that can be important for you. So now moving further, back to the question, as I told you, none of them is correctly matched because we have seen that Pavagada is in Karnataka, Charidand is in Gujarat and Changtang is in Ladakh. Okay, so none is your right answer. Now coming to the question number 1 of the episode. Consider the following statement about Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary. It is protected area located in the northwestern area of Sonipat district of Assam and is located along the foothills of the Greater Himalayan range. Okay, When we are talking about this particular wildlife sanctuary, that is Sonai Rupai Wildlife Sanctuary, recently what has happened that there was the election poll center which has been, or you can say polling center has been established inside this wildlife sanctuary. Now this is a violation of Forest Conservation Act, okay, because of which this was in news. So let's see, it is a protected area located in the northwestern area of Sonipat district of Assam. Here you can see this is your Sonai Rupai and this is Assam, okay. So it is in Assam. Then second statement says that it is located along the foothills of the Great Himalayan Range here. So when we are talking about the Himalayan range, this is your Himalayan range, and somewhere in Assam we have this location. So you can say that this statement is also correct, okay. So both the statements are correct. Option C would be your right answer. Question number 2, regarding the Jiyadhal River, consider the following statements. Jiyadhal River spans two states of India, that is Sikkim and Assam. Second statement is, as the northern sub-tributary of Brahmaputra River, it merges with the Subansiri River, okay. Third is, the Jiyadhal River is classic example of flashy rivers and produce flood with the sudden and high discharge over short time interval, okay. So this third statement is correct, and because of which it has been in news, because recently in Assam there were some kind of heavy rains which has happened, and since this river is a flashy river means that it will produce flood like situation very soon, okay, because of the any kind of change in the water capacity of this particular river, it will go for the floods, and that is why, since there was this heavy rains and this river has changed its course, and that ultimately led to flood in the Assam, okay. So that is why this particular river was in news. So this is correct. Second statement says that the northern sub-tributary of the Brahmaputra River, it merges with the Subansiri River. This is also correct. Here you can see this is the area of your Jiyadhal River. When we are talking about the location of this particular river, we will talk about this particular area in Arunachal Pradesh, and this is your Assam. So basically this is on the confluence of Arunachal Pradesh and Assam, okay. In the statement it is given that Sikkim and Assam, so that is wrong, but it is Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Here you can see this is your Jiyadhal River, and it will merge somewhere over here with the Subansiri River, okay. So this is Subansiri River, and ultimately they will go to the Brahmaputra. This is the larger Brahmaputra River, okay. So I hope this statement is correct. Here coming to the statement, Jiyadhal River span two states, that is Sikkim and Assam. So Sikkim is not the state, it is Arunachal Pradesh, okay. Is northern sub-tributary of Brahmaputra River, and it merges with the Subansiri River. This is correct, and we have already seen that this statement is also correct. So only 2 would be your right answer, that is B. Now coming to the question number 3, consider the following statement. It is a tropical origin but also thrives in the subtropical and the temperate climates. Second statement is, India is second largest consumer of this particular crop worldwide. Which of the following has been discussed in the above mentioned lines, okay. So basically they are talking about a tropical origin crop, but it is thriving in the subtropical and the temperate region as well, and India is second largest consumer, okay. We are talking about tobacco over here, okay. It was in news because recently that there are when we are talking about the producers, so there is this China, then you have Brazil, then India. So these are basically tobacco producing countries. When we are talking about China, China has stopped the exports, or you can say they have banned the exports of tobacco because their domestic demands are high. So they want to fulfill the domestic demands first. When we are talking about Brazil, because of the drought situation over there, the production this time was very less, and that is why India has got the opportunity in the exports of tobacco, okay. So that is why it was in news. So that is here we are talking about tobacco. Here in this slide, here you can see these are tobacco crops, okay, and there is certain information which is given over here. Tobacco is one of the most economically significant agricultural crop in the world. It is drought tolerant. Please remember this particular fact. It is drought tolerant, hardy and short duration crop which can be grown on soil where other crops cannot be grown. It is a tropical origin but also thrives in the subtropical and the temperate climate, and India is the second largest producer after China and exporter after China and Brazil, okay. So we are second largest producer as well as exporter. Now here you can say, when we are talking about the locations in which when we are talking about India where tobacco we have, one is your Gujarat, then there are areas like UP, there are areas like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, these are the prominent area where we can see the crop like tobacco, and other than that there are nearby areas like you can say Tamil Nadu, Telangana, you can say here Maharashtra, some part of eastern region like UP, Bihar and West Bengal. Okay, now consider the following statement. We have seen that the answer is tobacco. Moving further, question number 4. Regarding Kishtwar National Park, consider the following statement. Park is located in Ladakh. The park is vital corridor and connects snow leopard population. You have to choose the correct option. Kishtwar was in news because obviously when we are talking about Ladakh, Ladakh was in news, and Jammu and Kashmir was in news for various reasons. Okay, so when we are talking about Kishtwar National Park, the location of this park is basically in Jammu and Kashmir, because when we are talking about Ladakh, Ladakh has only two districts. One is Kargil and second is Leh. Kishtwar itself is a district, so obviously it will not be in Ladakh. So this statement is incorrect. Park is vital corridor to connect snow leopard population. So this is correct option over here. So we can say that only 2 is your right answer, that is B. You can see this is your national park, Kishtwar National Park, and here you will find that it is in this particular area here. This is Kishtwar, and this part is basically of your Jammu and Kashmir region, and this is your Ladakh. So it is in Jammu and Kashmir. Other than that, there is this Khazina, Dashigam. All these are prominent protected areas of Jammu and Kashmir. So please remember that. Now here you can see that is the animal or white cat we are talking about. This is snow leopard. Okay, and you can tell me the IUCN status of this particular species. Okay, and there are when we are talking about the habitat of snow leopard, you will find them in the Himalayan ranges. Okay, so here you can see Ladakh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Jammu and Kashmir. So these are the area where you can find these snow leopard. Okay, now as I told you, only 2 is your right answer. Moving further, question number 5. Sahyadri Tiger Reserve, which was in news, is located in which of the following states? Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So Sahyadri Tiger Reserve has been in news because this is one among the 5 tiger reserves where the population of tigers is basically 0. Okay, and because of which they have been in news. Okay, so these 5 were, first is your Sahyadri, second was Kaval. Sahyadri is in Maharashtra, Kaval is in Telangana. Okay, then other than that there is this Kamlang, it is in Arunachal Pradesh. Then we have Dampa. Dampa is in Mizoram. Then we have one more, that is Satkoshia, that is in Odisha. So basically these are the 5 tiger reserves wherein the population of tigers is basically 0 as per the last census, and that is why what Maharashtra government is doing is there is another reserve, that is Tadoba Andhari. This is also in Maharashtra. So they are actually translocating certain tigers from this particular region to Sahyadri. Okay, and that is why it was in news. So option A is your right answer, that is Maharashtra. Here you can see this is basically your tiger, and Sahyadri Tiger Reserve, this is a good picture for that. And when we are talking about the location, here you can see it is on the Western Ghats somewhere. You know that this area is also known as Sahyadri range, and here in Maharashtra we have Sahyadri Tiger Reserve as well. Okay, and it was in news because we have already talked about it. Okay. The last part, that is practice question for you. Recently, the National Green Tribunal (NTG) formed a committee to look into illegal mining in Orcha Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located in which of the following states? Sorry for that. Okay, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So you can attempt this question, answer in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave, and if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.